Hi class. I wanted to briefly go over some examples of citations of APA. After reading all of your assignments for the last couple weeks, I've just been noting that I'm adding the exact same thing to many of your comments. So I want to go quickly over this for you. First, anytime when you're writing a citation, you start off with according to Black and you put the date. Today is a good day. Now that is a paraphrase. Now I can also do that in the same way and say today, oops, let's go over here. Today is a good day. And I put the citation at the end of the sentence with the period after the citation right here. Now, if I'm quoting, I would say today is a, let's go back, didn't add them, you have your open, your front quotations, and today is a good day. And I would put quotations, then the parentheses, Black, 2017, and the page number, then your period. And now if you are using a citation that has more than two, anytime a citation has two authors, you always use them both every single time. So it would be Black and Smith, 17, found in their research, blah, 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 blah. And if you'll notice, you have and is written out when it's within your sentence. It's part of your sentence. This is your subject of your sentence. So you have and. You put your date in parentheses, found in their research. Now, this is a paraphrasing of this. If I do it as within a, if I wanted to do it as I did up here, and I could say, according to current, I'm not going to go back and check my spelling, according to current research, juveniles are more likely to age out of offending. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my citation at the end of the sentence, and it's going to be Black. That's where I'm going to use the symbol for and, because it's not part of my sentence. Like that. And there's my period at the end. Now, for this week, this last week, you had that article that had, I think, 3, which is according to Warren, Dietz, and Hazelwood. And you would continue with whatever you're saying. Let's go over to this one. So, for instance, here, according to them, let's move this up. And I'm quoting here. And I did this when I added this to the explanation, I think, within the announcements. Turn this off so you can see better. When I did this, I added the quotation mark. But anytime you have a quotation that is more than 40 words, you indent that material. So at this point, what I would do here is I take out the quotation marks, I indent the material as so, and this should be double spaced. APA is always double spaced. This is how it would look. So I have this whole quote that remains in indentation. I take out the ending quotation whenever it's indented, and I put my quotation there, like that. See that? See the difference? And the punctuation. The punctuation does not go at the end of my quotation. Now, because I have Warren, Dietz, and Hazelwood up here, I do not put it down here as well. I do not put it here. I have it up here. Now, if I wanted to do it a little bit differently, I could do it like this. I could start this with an uppercase, and then down here, of course, I'm going to take out the according to. It would be, let's see, and this turns into the symbol for and notice here, so you have the author's name, the date, comma, the page number, and the end of the parentheses. No punctuation here. Now let's look at it a little bit differently. Let's say that this is the beginning of my paper, or the beginning of my quotation, or even just the beginning. Oh, shoot. So let's say, like I just said, that this is the beginning. This is the first time that I have used this reference in any paper. So I use all of the author's names up to 5. So if you have over 5 names within your reference, you only use the first 5. So you need to check APA on that, and I can show you an example of that anytime. But so what you do next, after you've done it the first time, the next time you use this reference, you use et al. Right here. So I would say according to et al., and I put the date, the trophies that serial killers take from their victims. Now here I have another quote. And I want to show you this right here. This right here is one of the best examples of adding a quotation within your thought. So you don't want to have just quotations throughout a paper. In fact, you never want to have more than 10, at the most 20% quotations within any one paper. And actually 10% is your key. But let's look at here. According to Warren et al. So I have my quotation starts here and it ends here. I do not add Warren et al. Again down here. I just add the page number. And the punctuation goes at the end. So that is, and then let's see, I think I did another one. I did another sentence here. Again, I have another quotation where it begins right here. It ends here. Now notice the difference here. I did not include this within my sentence. Here it is within the sentence, so only the page number goes at the end. Here, this sentence, I did not use the reference within my sentence, so I put the whole thing at the end of the quotation. Let's see if I have more. Okay. Here again, and I apologize, I was looking at the article and I took this out, but let's look at this. Let's say that this is my paraphrasing. So if I write this in my own words, I still, right here, the first time I use it, I have got, I have to cite that. I do not wait to the end of the paragraph to do it. I have to cite it every time. If this right here is another paraphrase, guess what? I've got to put it here again. Now, I can show you a way to get around having to do that every time. So I could say, when interviewed about this irrational behavior, some of them simply say they did not think it would ever be found. Warren et al. And I can say here, the researchers also found that others can provide no rational. And I don't have to have that here because I'm assuming within my writing that it's coming from here. Now, if I go to here, I might start off this sentence and say, Warren et al. Just not spelling right today. Warren et al. And I put, oops, I just found a mistake really quickly. What I did, I put a comma here. Comma does not go there. It's only when it's within the one parentheses right here. So I would say here, Warren et al. Stated that others experienced it as a compulsion that they cannot control. And I can say here, they also found that power of these feelings, let's see, they also found that the power of their feelings, and see here, I do not have to add in that citation because I'm making reference to Warren et al. Here. Do you see that? Okay. I hope this just gives you an idea of why I'm always saying what I do within your comments, and that this will help you. And if there's any other examples that I can do, I'd be more than happy to do them. So just shoot me an email, and I'll be glad to show you how to do those. I actually think I want to do one more thing. I'm going to show you how to put this citation within your reference section. So you always put your references on a separate page. You center references. It's not works cited. It's always references according to APA. And it has the hanging indent, which means that you start off with, let's see, I cannot, hold on. Checks. I don't have the study right in front of me, so I may not have, I'm not obviously not going to have it even correct. I'm just going to show you how I would do that. It would be Warren, comma, his initials, period, space, comma, and here within the references, I'm going to use the and symbol. Just checking Warren Hazelwood. Hazelwood, I should remember that. He's a FBI profiler. Robert Hazelwood. T. Oops, sorry about that. Oops. T. That is what you have there for your authors. Then you add your date with a period at the end. Now I'm going to use the title of the journal article. And of course, I don't remember the exact name, but souvenirs that serial killers use. Notice I only capitalized the first word of the title of the article. Next, I'm going to, after I have the title of the article, I'm going to do the journal, which is, let's do Journal of Criminology. Okay, I'm going to put, this goes into asterisks. Well, first, let me do this. I'm sorry. That does go into asterisks, but next you have the volume number, which is 4. Yes, comma. So all of that right there goes in italics, just like that. And then if you have, oh, I forgot you could see me. You do your Journal of Criminology, and then if you have it from a website, then you would do retrieved from and where you got it from. Like that. Now, after I've done this, I go over here. I have to hit my return so that I can indent it. Now, sometimes you can, there's a format that you can use, and this obviously makes it double spaced. You can, references can be either one. They can be single or double. So I hope that helps you right there to see when to use your and, when to use, when to put it within your sentence. Again, up here, where are we? Right here. Here it is within your sentence again. So if you have any questions, like I said, please shoot me an email, and I'll be more than happy to do another one of these demonstrations.